Welcome to session 2. In session 1, part 1, we covered the concept of transaction processing system. Transaction processing system helps organizations for carrying daily activities or routine work such as capturing the data and perform the transactions of like editing, correcting, validating, manipulation, and finally generating the document, which helps other system to perform to make decision. In this session, we'll discuss most important information system which helps organizations to manage their business activities. It's called ERP system. In ERP is known as enterprise resource planning. It's a system, it's a complete package or a software package or software suite that helps to manage the business activities or business operations. It is an integrated system which will integrate all the different business system into a single system by sharing a common information system or database system. It centralizes all the information of different business system to share the business functions to support the running and managing of business. The main ultimate goal of this ERP system is to satisfy the customer by providing a significant benefits by reducing the costs and improving the services. It ensures that information can be shared across all business functions and all levels of the management to support and running the managing business. It means all the different business operations such as sales, marketing, production, HR, accounting can sharing a single database or a common database for carried out their business operations, business process. So in ERP is a set of integrated programs. So every modules or every business areas has their own programs for processing their business activities. So ERP helps to integrate all these programs into a one program to manage all the business activities of the organizations, to manage entire organizations. That's why it's ERP, entire enterprise resource planning. Besides managing the business, managing the vital business operations, an ERP mainly focus on planning, executing, and controlling the business activities, which helps for managing the whole enterprise organizations, a huge organizations, a large enterprise one. So every organization has business operations. These business operations can carried out in the form of business process. So what is business process? A set of coordinated related activities, like a process, a simple process. Related activities are tasks that take one or more kind of input and creates an valuable output for the customer. That's the business process. A simple activities, a group of related activities which give some valuable output to the customer as the end of the process. See the simple diagram which represents the ERP model. It has three major business functional areas like production, supply chain management, customer relationship, and financial. Every functional areas of the organization has their own set of data and informations. So this data and information is shared in a single database, that is called ERP database. Means all are integrated, connected to a single database. So any information in production and supply chain management can be shared by customer relationship and also shared by financial, vice versa. This is one of the model of ERP system. We will see more in detail next slides. So ERP systems evolved from the beginning or evolution of ERP system from it is derived from material requirement planning in 1970s. 1970s, 1970, right? MRP. Large organizations, huge organizations were first to take the challenge of the implementing. It's many huge because they are doing many operations, business operations daily. So in order to manage those business activities, they required a huge software, large package, integrated software. So they started working on this ERP system. They implemented ERP system. What are the advantage of using ERP system in organization? It improves the quality of data for operational decision making. Everyone involved in the organization can make a decision operation while during the operation working they can participate in decision making. Elimination of efficient or outdated systems, as you learn some new technologies, new infrastructure. So you will learn what you will just eliminate the inefficient, the current, I mean the old legacy systems, old system, old software, hardware you can eliminate. Old process, business techniques, business methods, business process you can be eliminated or outdated. Improve the work process. You can improve the work process, speed up the process, speed of the reducing cost, production increased, quality improved. Technology standardization. You can by using ERP systems you can standardize the technology. ERP system are commonly used in many different organizations, small, medium, or large, and with different categories of organization, such as manufacturing companies. They use for manufacturing their products. They use the ERP system. Colleges and universities have their own set of ERP systems. Like we have Educate system, SIS system. Okay, this is one ERP system simply. Professional service organization, any service oriented organizations, like you can say courier service also. Retail shops, small, large retailers, healthcare organization, medical fields, health clinics, hospitals. Every organization has their own ERP system for managing their activities. Many large companies employed ERP on large frame computers in 2000. ERP requires a mainframe computer, mainframe servers to run on this one. ERP is heavy package, software package is like application, a huge application, software package that requires to run, that requires a high server mainframe computers in 2000 year. ERP support vendors created new solutions for smaller companies also, because smaller companies don't invest much amount on hardware. Okay, so there are different vendors, companies develop who can support even smaller organization companies. There are also nowadays we have cloud-based solution for ERP, so no need to buy software, hardware, everything available on cloud. Example, the ERP package Plex and NetSuite. So to simplify the comparison, different types of customers, different types of software, ERP systems. So here vendors divided to divide the types of ERP softwares categories by keeping in the mind of type of customers against the type of customers. What is the customers here? Organization, huge organizations, medium scale organization, large scale organization, smaller organization, company, firm, all are similar. Tier 1, large multinational, a company which has distributed geographically in different locations, which has a revenue of more than $1 billion. So they are large companies, they are considered as large companies. They required a huge software package, that ERP software that run and manage their business activities. Tier 2 categories includes medium size, from $50 million to $1 billion revenue. Tier 3 smaller firms, retail shops, service oriented, which has turnover $10 to 50 million, some thousands. So for single locations which are in one city, within the area. So this is the leading ERP systems, and you can say there are different vendors for huge and more demanded and most famous in 2020 year is Microsoft Dynamics, SAP, Sage, Oracle, NetSuite, so which provide services to their business. managing their business activities and business processes. ERP supports organizations for customizing their products, business activities, their applications based on the company requirement, such as integrating with other business systems. So it allows to integrate with other system also. So you can customize your ERP system. Whenever you buy a new ERP, you customize such a way that you can integrate with other system. For example, you brought in ERP system that you want to communicate within the another system or outside the organization another system. So you can, it will easily integrate. So it allows this feature to integrate with other, means only compatible, which is supportable business system can be integrated. Sometimes it will not integrate also. If it is a different legacy old system, it has some basic requirements to integrate. So it also adds data fields, change data sizes from those are standard system. So it has ability to adopt some changes required in the field sizes. So whatever the requirement. So to meet the regularity means it allows customization based on the company's requirement. There are many softwares, ERP softwares can be adopt the changes required by the organizations. So we'll see one of the functional area module of ERP system is supply chain management. In chapter 2, you remember in chapter 2, we know the main objective of supply chain management is delivering the products, finished product to the right customer, right time, right amount of quantity in right cost. That's the main objective of supply chain management. So to deliver the products on right time, to achieve this objective, it requires a proper planning, executing this plan and controlling all these activities. So it requires a huge package, that's ERP system. So supply chain management considered as an ERP system by procuring of raw material, buying a raw material, convert this material into products and shipping these products, transport this, distribute these products to the consumer on time. So this is supply chain management. So what is the production planning? How does it achieve this managing, controlling, and executing the all activities? So there are different process involved in this. In such cases is sales forecasting, sales and operation plan, demand management, detailed scheduling, material requirement planning, purchasing, production and sales ordering. These are the different process of supply chain management. No need to go in detail, just some process remember. ERP system does not work directly with production machines because it is integrated system. It must integrate with accounting, sales, marketing. Every department must integrate into one, share a common resource, that is common database. So data must be passed to the ERP accounting modules to keep an accurate count of finished product inventory. So how many products you have, how much raw material you have, all this information data must be recorded in the inventory, must be recorded and must be shared in accounting module, accounting area. Retailers as well as manufacturers use demand forecasting. So they use this demand forecasting process for what? To match the production to consumer demand. So what is a consumer? What is the demand of the consumer? So that one should be, this information should be available in the system, right? Allocate products to store and give the products to the stores. So you should keep ready based on the sales forecast and planning. You should have enough number of products to be ready to meet the demand of the consumer ahead by using sales forecasting. So based on sales forecasting, you have to produce the products which is demand in the retailers and manufacturers. Means all are different activities, but they'll come all executing and controlling this activity to achieve the goal of delivering the product to the consumers. The another way of module of ERP system is customer relationship model, CRM. It helps company to manage all aspects of customer encounters, including marketing, sales, distributions, accounting, and customer service. The goal of CRM is to understand and anticipate the need of current and potential customers. Generally, it helps to maintain a good relationship between the consumer and company by providing a services like marketing, sales, distributions, accounting, and services. Most primarily used primarily in sales, marketing, service organization. So to capture and view data about customers and improve communication. How it will provide services, all these things by having a good communication with each customers. Organization has customers. Okay, by using a CRM software. So CRM software will automate and integrate the functions of sales, marketing, and service in an organization. So these sales activities, marketing activities, and service activities are integrated into one service, one package that's called CRM software. That means it helps to capture all the information about the customers and provide the services by means of communications, different ways with different means of communications, such as contact numbers, number of customers, their accounting details, marketing details, their services, their distributions, email, messages, social media, phone calls. There are numerous ways of communication through which they can establish a good relationship with the consumers. So what are the key features of CRM? Contact management, sales management, customer support, marketing automation, analysis, marketing analysis, sales analysis, networking, social networking, communication, sharing information, accessing by smartphones, communicating with smartphones, import contact data, any data you want to import a different with different customers, all these features of CRM. So beside these advantages, so what are the challenges of implementing, employing the ERP systems? The main is it will be a costly. ERP system, it depends on the organizations. It is very costly to implement in the organizations to upgrade your old system, legacy system to ERP systems. So because it must integrate with your ERP system, cost, and it also take time. So implementation time is almost maybe a year to a year it takes. So it is not like simple program, just install, double click, run, and set up. No, it requires a long time for implementation to convert your legacy system data into a ERP supportable data. Sometimes difficult to implementing the change because you are converting, changing, updating. So sometimes it's very difficult. These are one of the challenges. Management of software customization. So due to the different variation of technology, variation of data types, data sources, different categories, different categories classification of data, it maybe does not allow customization, which is one of the feature of options characteristics of ERP. But sometimes with depends on the organization, what type of organizations you are using, you're running. So this which leads to user frustrations. The new system, with the new system you adopted, you try to install, implement, you may get frustration, maybe it doesn't work as you expect. So how to avoid this kind of failure kind of implementations, like by assigning a full-time executive manager to manage this project, considering implementation or employing an ERP system is a project, as a project. So you must have an executive manager who will full-time monitoring the installation, conversion, all the stages of implementation in the organization. Also appoint an experienced who are experienced in ERP package running, monitoring, system performance, and usage of ERP system. It also requires a more time, consume more time and money, and time to understand and money to train people. Also requires people to, because the new technology, new software, new application require your employees, because a new interface for their business process. So require training. So require training means you need to consult another company which provides training to their employees. So these are the things. So if you are untrained employee, he cannot use, he will get frustrated. So you have another define metrics, do some measurements to assess the project progress and identify the project related tasks. So just do some assessment. So you see the status, are we going in right direction, track or not, right? So you can identify the risk associated. Okay, like keep the scope of the project well defined and contained to essential business process. Keep the scope of the project well, define it well, so that carried out the essential, what are the minimum requirement, what to carry out the business activities, business processes. So that must be identified and well defined. So be wary of modifying the enterprise system software to confirm your firm business practices. So be cautious, be careful when you modifying the enterprise system software, that might will not be fit with your business practices. So it should be very well planned before you implement into the organizations. That's your ERP system. So finally, you see the summary here. ERP system is software product, a software support product or support that efficient operation of business process by integrating activities throughout a business, including a sales, marketing, manufacturing, logistics, accounting, and staffing. So in simple, I can say is an integrating software package which will integrate all the different business area, functional area of organization by using a single, a common information system, that is your called ERP system. A simple database which will connect all different organization to carry out the business activities, business processes. ERP system can provide many advantages like allowing access to data operational decision makings, eliminating costly, inflexible legacy systems, providing improving your works process and upgrading to, means you get an opportunity to learn new technology infrastructure. Like you are previously are working in XP, now you move to 7, now Windows 10. So you get an opportunity, technology is improved, and so this is what simple similar example you can say. Some for a reference, some of the disadvantage you can say: time consuming, difficult, expensive to implement, very costly to, difficult with integrate with another systems. There are many other disadvantage and advantages you have. So mostly DRP systems helps organization to run their business and manage their business activities. It's complete a package of planning, controlling, executing the business activities, business processes. Hope everyone understand this one. This is end of chapter 9. Be prepared. Best of luck. Thank you.